Hi, Dr. Kenny. I'm Brooke George. I'm the Medulloblastoma Family Support Coordinator for the Cure Starts Now, and I am also a mother to a Medullo warrior, Connor. Um, I get the pleasure of letting you know that you have been awarded $100,000 for your grant in
Really?
radiation resistance and medulloblastoma.
That's so exciting. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. No, just behalf on other Medullo parents, I just wholeheartedly thank you for your research and your interest in Medullo. As a parent, I've been doing everything that I can to fight for Connor and all the other children like him, but there's only so much I can do, and I rely on people like you for that next step of helping do the research and find those cures and better treatment. So, as a mom, I just thank you so much for that. I'm going to pass you over to Jim. He is our director of communications and partnerships within the Cure Starts Now, and he just wanted to share a few words with you as well.
Okay, thanks. Hi, Jim.
Well, Dr. Kenny, I've been here for about 3 years, and it really is an honor on behalf of all of us um, to honor you and to support your efforts. And we look forward to telling great stories about all the success you'll have. It's going to be wonderful, and we thank you
Oh,
for
thank
what
you.
you're
We're
doing.
really excited. Me and my co-investigator or colleague, however I put him, Dr. Hong, he treats patients with ATRT and Medullo, and he's really excited about the novel aspects of looking at chromatin activity downstream of this protein that we found to be important in medulloblastoma. So we hope to discover some new pathways of interest and open up some new areas of research too with this great funding.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
you
excited on we're very excited on our side, and I also with us also is Jackie Criswell, who's our director of all of our chapters, and I know she'd love to say a few things as well.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Kenny. I'm Jackie Criswell, and I'm the Director of Chapter and Family Relations with the Cure Starts Now. But more importantly, I'm proud aunt to a pediatric brain cancer angel. So your work and what you do is very important. And on behalf of all of our families and all 52 chapters of the Cure Starts Now, just want to say thank you. We're honored to award this to you and see what your amazing research can accomplish.
Thank you.
Well, and this is and by the way, I'm Keith. I'm the founder and chairman of the Care Starts Now, and this is the best part of the work that we do is to be able to give away all the money. It's hard enough to raise it, but we want to see it actually going into action and actually becoming some of those cure strategies that we look for. So, congratulations as well.
Thank you.
Wanted to talk a little bit about your grant, though, because I think part of it's also getting the word out about this special project. And in this, you have some complex elements of it, but effectively, you're talking about an insulin growth factor protein and the idea that if we can inhibit this might actually prevent the growth of like a sonic hedgehog medulloblastoma. Can you touch a little bit on this and tell us why this is important?
Sure. So first I have to correct you a little bit. It's not insulin. It's a complicated name. It's insulin-like growth factor binding protein.
Okay.
Long name. And that's name is because its first function when it was discovered was it bound growth factors like insulin. But then it was found to have additional functionalities, one of which has come out in a variety of adult cancers, which is that not only does it float around in the blood and the CSF, it can actually go inside cancer cells and change gene expression patterns, which is why we proposed this chromatin profiling, the second aim. And what we think, we feel our preliminary data and data from literature indicate that this protein seems to promote a stem cell-like behavior of cancer cells. And what this does is it increases their ability to resist radiation. And so what we hope is that inhibiting this protein at the same time as administering radiation will enhance the response of the tumor to radiation. So to improve the effectiveness of that therapy. And in addition to that, will prevent the survival of cancer recurrence causing tumor stem cells. Because the stem cells survive the radiation, and then it's thought that when the tumors, if they do come back, it's because of these radiation-resistant cells.
Now, when you say the stem cell reaction to it, what type of reaction do you see with stem cells with radiation? Is it just that they change, or what's the mechanism?
when stem cells, cancer stem cells I'm talking about, not real developmental stem cells. When cancer stem cells are exposed to radiation, they don't proliferate, and so they don't react to the radiation. Because what radiation does is it attacks dividing DNA in dividing cells. And it breaks the DNA up so the cells die. But if the cells are not dividing and they're maintaining a stem cell-like quality, then they won't die when they're exposed to radiation. Instead, they'll survive. And after the radiation is gone, they'll come out of that quiescent state, proliferate, and regenerate the tumor.
Wow.
So
Well,
the idea is to combine IGF-BP2 inhibition with antibodies that we have found in cultured cells to block the ability of IGF-BP2 to function with exposure to radiation. And although that sounds kind of science fiction-y, recently we recruited a new professor, Tim Gershon. He's in he's a pediatric neurologist who treats medullo patients, but also runs a research lab. And he has acquired a device called a focused ultrasound device that you can use to transiently permeate the blood-brain barrier and get antibodies into the brain tumors. And so my next steps of this grant would be, I think, to go in vivo and test that principle by using his device to get the antibodies into the tumors and then irradiating the mice and determine how we've improved survival and reduced the possibility of tumor regrowth.
Well, it sounds like a fantastic grant. Sounds like certainly something that it will translate into lots of further studies with it. We're proud to support you on that, and we look forward to learning more.